Hey guys, hey, I'm making this video for all you Ironhead fanatics out there. I know sometimes that putting cams in a Ironhead Sportster can be a little difficult, especially if you've never done it before. So I've made this video here for people to be able to put these in fairly simple. As you can see, I've got my oil pump in, got a couple bolts holding that in place. First thing I like to do is rotate my oil pump gear at about 10 o'clock. That hole is somewhere from there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's about 10 o'clock. And then I like to lay some towels down, get everything kind of laid out into order. I've got my cams here. The first one is my rear exhaust cam gear. Second is my rear intake cam gear. The third is the front intake cam gear, and the fourth is the front exhaust cam gear. I've got my pinion gear and my crankcase breather sleeve gear, and then I got my starter gear right there with the fiber washer. As you can kind of see, there's a little fiber washer on top of that. That always goes to the outside. So I've got my spacers here. So let's get started putting this thing together. First thing I want to do is drop these spacers in. And then I'll drop my rear cam exhaust, and then I'll drop the front intake, and I'll line these tick marks up. I don't know if you can see this or not. I line the tick marks up pretty much in the direction that the other cams are going to face. So I've got those in. Next I'm going to drop the front exhaust cam gear in. It'll line up with that tick mark there, just like that. If you can see that or not. There's the tick marks that line up. I'll go ahead and drop my starter gear in. Doesn't matter, there's no tick marks on that, so just drop it in. Just make sure that your fiber washer's there on top. Next, as you can see on this shaft here, there'll be one gear that's a little more, it's got a little wider gap than the other three. And this gear, as you can see, has a tick mark on one side, no tick mark on the back side. It'll always go this direction. And then as you push it on, it should line the oil gear up with a hole at 12 o'clock, just like that. If it doesn't line up, pull your gear off and rotate it one tooth and stick it back on. And then last but not least, you'll get your rear intake cam. You throw it in. This is probably the hardest one to line up because you're trying to line up everything at once. So I try to, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. Just apologize for the video quality. I'm doing this off of a cell phone. And right there it is. Look at that. Just about right. Perfect. Got my tick marks there lined up. Got my tick marks there lined up. And whenever I put my final gear here on, as you can see, there's a tick mark there. Again, no tick mark on the back side. It'll only go on one way. As you put it on, it should line up those tick marks right there. Never drive this gear on. This hole is threaded, so get you a spacer put on, get you a bolt, and you can drive that or press that gear right onto that shaft. And that's all there is to it, guys. Thanks for watching.